The possibility of a landmark peace agreement between the United States and Iran appears closer than ever, but uncertainty continues to surround exactly when the deal will be formally signed. While US President Donald Trump has repeatedly stated that the agreement is scheduled to be signed on Sunday, that is today, Iranian officials have pushed back against that timeline, saying no final date has been confirmed and that the signing could take place in the coming days instead. Well, the latest developments follow months of intense conflict and negotiations between Washington and Tehran. President Donald Trump first announced earlier this week that both the sides were nearing a breakthrough agreement and later insisted that the final deal would be signed over the weekend. Iran's Foreign Minister Sayyed Abbas Araghchi acknowledged that negotiations had reached an advanced stage and described the two countries as being closer to an agreement than at any previous point, while cautioning that Iran could still withdraw if its key demands are not met. Well, on Saturday, Donald Trump doubled down on his prediction, posting on Truth Social that the agreement was scheduled to be signed on Sunday and that the Strait of Hormuz would immediately reopen to all the international shipping once the deal takes effect. He expressed optimism about future cooperation between the United States, Iran and the wider Middle East, while warning that Washington still possessed what he called the ultimate alternative should diplomacy fail. Adding another layer to the confusion, Pakistan, which has played a significant mediating role throughout the negotiations, echoed Donald Trump's optimism. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif stated that a peace agreement was likely to be finalized within 24 hours and that preparations were underway for an electronic signing ceremony to be followed by technical level talks next week. Pakistan's foreign ministry also indicated that a signing was expected on Sunday, although officials provided few details about the format or the location of the ceremony. Iran, however, has remained far more cautious. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Ismail Baghaei stated that the agreement would not be signed on Sunday and emphasized that the exact timing remains undecided. While he acknowledged that a signing could occur in the coming days, he said Iran must remain careful due to what he described as inconsistencies from the other side during the negotiation process. Reports regarding the signing location have also varied. Some media outlets have suggested that the agreement could be signed in Geneva, while Iranian officials have indicated that any formalization of the deal would likely take place virtually. And as of now, neither side has provided definitive details. And according to the reports, the proposed memorandum of understanding extends far beyond a simple ceasefire. The framework reportedly includes significant sanctions, relief for Iran, limited access to frozen Iranian assets, the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz, and a roadmap for future negotiations on Tehran's nuclear program. And under the proposed terms, Iran would commit to not pursuing nuclear weapons and would enter discussions that is aimed at limiting uranium enrichment and addressing its stockpile of enriched uranium. The agreement is also expected to establish a 60-day ceasefire framework that could be extended by mutual consent, allowing both the sides to continue negotiations towards a more comprehensive and lasting settlement. The reopening of the Strait of Hormuz remains one of the most critical components of the deal due to the waterway's importance to the global energy markets and the international trade. Donald Trump has portrayed the agreement as fundamentally different from the 2015 nuclear deal negotiated, that is, during the Obama administration. He argued that the new arrangement would permanently prevent Iran from acquiring nuclear weapons and insisted that no money would be exchanged as part of the agreement. He further stated that Iran no longer seeks nuclear weapons through development, purchase or any other means and suggested that future efforts could address Iran's remaining nuclear infrastructure if necessary. And despite the optimism from Washington and Islamabad, significant questions remain unanswered. Tehran continues to dispute the proposed timeline. Hardline factions within Iran have openly criticized the negotiations and important technical details still appear unresolved. Nevertheless, all the sides agree that negotiations have reached the most advanced stage since the conflict began, raising hopes that a formal agreement could soon bring an end to the months of war, regional instability and disruptions to the global energy supplies. And for now, the world is watching closely as diplomats work through the final details of what could become one of the most significant Middle East peace agreements in the recent years. Whether the signing takes place on Sunday, as Donald Trump predicts, or later in the week, as Iranian officials suggest, the coming days are expected to be decisive for the future of US-Iran relations and the stability across the region. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.